Hi there, Ian from learnpracticalgis.com. We're in the Quantum GIS today and we're having our first little lesson on the screen. And I want to talk about the project button pad. And that's this button pad in the top left hand corner that deals with all things project basically. So what a project is it basically is the setup for Quantum GIS. So you could be doing a project in one part of the world, a different project in a different part of the world, and a different project in a different part of the world again. And one might be about census information, another one might be about environmental information, another might be three-dimensional modelling and so forth. And each of these projects will have different coordinate systems associated with them, different fonts associated with them, and a whole different setups associated with them. So by having a project, what we can do is we can save all these settings for individual projects into project files. And what we'll see a little bit later is that you can have a whole bunch of maps open, you can have them layered in particular ways, you can have them shaded in particular ways and coloured in particular ways, and all different sorts of setups. And by saving these as a project file, it allows you just to get back to where you were working on before. So these buttons basically relate to this. This is the new project button. It allows you to create a new project. So if you're working on one project, you can click this button and it'll just open up a brand new project for you. This button here is the open project. So if you have an existing project, so say for example you are working on a census-based project sometime previous, you could just open that up and get back to the point where you left off. This button here is the Save Project button, and there's help text, little bits of help text that generally come up when you run your mouse over these, but I think that my screen recording software is preventing that from happening here. But on your implementations, that's what you should see. So this is the Save Project button. It's the place where you give a project a name. If you start a new project here using the New Project button, when you click the Save Project button, you get to name the project. So for example, you might call it Census Application 2012. This button here is the Save Project As button. So you might have a standard project that you work on. I'm thinking a project that you work on using census information. You might have all different fonts for your text for roads or for place names or some such thing. You can open up this standard project, save it as a new project name, and then begin a whole new census project and have all that sort of already set up for you. Now, this little button here is the new Print Composer button. And what I mean by a print composer is that in just about every geographical information system, and all this concept of having a project is a concept that does apply to every GIS that I've ever worked with, ArcGIS, MapInfo, Quantum GIS, and a whole bunch of others. What you have is you have a map on the screen, and then you have a print composer, a layout, or some other sort of name that a proprietary product will give it. And it's where you put your things, like your scale bar on, and you might put your, basically pretty it up. It's a cartographic screen. And this final button allows you to manage each of these print composers. So you might have a whole bunch of different maps that come off the map on a screen. You might want to call it Print Composer 1, Print Composer 2, or you might say, I want to delete Print Composer 1, and so forth. It just allows you to manage it, to rename it, to delete it, and so forth. Okay, that's that little bit of an orientation. You haven't seen any maps on the screen yet, but the next video we will. Okay, bye for now.